growing, diversified Indian conglomerates with global footprints. It is setting up offices globally and tying up with companies across the globe for multiple sectors. The company has ventured into real estate and construction, stockbroking and finance, arms and ammunition, mining, airlines, and many other sectors.
Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Patra and this is Market Today. With me is also Shell Bhatnagar. This is where we'll help you understand the closing action on the D Street as to what it has panned out to be a historic trading session. We've seen the Nifty climb to new record highs in today's trading session, 20,291 as the intraday high level. Right now, if you see, we're just about 25 points away from that record high level, 131 points higher still on the Nifty, and it's all cylinders firing when we talk about the sectoral moves today, starting with the PSU banks. That's the top mover. You also have the media index, the FMCG, realty, metals, all of them up by over 1.3% or to 2.5% uptick that we can see on them. Only the IT stocks that are slightly sluggish in trade, and now the Nifty Auto has also slipped tad bit into the red amid the sales figures that have been coming for the month of November. Top movers, it's NTPC, ITC, Britannia, L&T, Axis Bank, most of them at fresh 52-week high levels as well. These are the top stocks that are moving in trade. In the F&O action, you have PFC and REC almost logging in double digits, 9.5% and more for PFC right now from the F&O action, 8.5% higher for REC as well. Shell, what are you watching out for? Is this the time that the market investors should be a little cautious when these record high levels have come in?
Good afternoon, Sakshi, and a very, very warm welcome to all those viewers who are enjoying this wonderful record high on the Nifty as well as on broader markets as of now. Sakshi, I think we are moving towards the actual numbers for elections, and a lot of smart people that I speak to have booked a substantial profit. As you can make out, the market has flattened sideways after the initial 1 hour of trade, and at the moment you see the Nifty at 20,260. So a fresh record high is in place. Mostly everything is baked into the prices. Now you've had monthly auto numbers coming in, you have the RBI data on GDP expansion there, and of course the weekend and uncertainty beyond the weekend. So Sakshi, sensible thing would be for trading profits to be booked, and once there is more clarity on which party gets which state, if the BJP outperforms, remember BJP was supposed to lose 0.5. At the moment Madhya Pradesh is with them. Let's hope, and Rajasthan is still out as far as decision is concerned. If the BJP gets these two seats, these two states, then the market will again rally from these positions onwards. But that's a risk that at least smart money is not taking. So they are booking profit, and they've made a lot of profit in November. The low of the index was 18,820, and from there you are at 20,254. Greed is not something that's appreciated by the market. So a lot of people are at the moment exiting. What is good is the movement in the Nifty FMCG index, and that's characterized by a very sharp upthrust on ITC and Hindustan Unilever. Both these stocks are doing phenomenally well. ITC is the top gainer on our index heavyweight number, up 3%, 448, and Hindustan Unilever is up 1%, 2569. As you can make out from your own, the money is now moving into defensives, and that's how it is. You book profit in growth, you book profit in momentum. Look at how NACL is. Look at how GIC Ray is performing. They are down 8877%. So money is moving from there into the defensive part, if not into cash. Look at the Nifty. Mark my words, 20,255. We will see in 1 hour a lesser number. Sakshi.
All right, let's at this point in time welcome our guest on the show. Vaishali Parekh now joins in, Vice President Technical Research at Prabhudas Leeladhar. Vaishali, good afternoon. Great to have you with us, and especially on this historic trading session. Were you already predicting this number, or are you also surprised? And what do you see on the Nifty next?
Very good afternoon, all of you. And yes, we were looking forward to this number. So, well, I see there is still some more upward steam left for Nifty. But having said that, of course, we are going to witness some volatility also. So, just like how Shell has just mentioned, it should be cautious from here on. One must book partial profit because we've seen very good run up coming, and yes, profit booking should not be ruled out.
Okay. Any two stocks that you'd like to highlight for the last hour for investors?
Well, for investors, I would look at, I'm looking at metal stocks. So right now, we just saw some time back, there was some upward move coming in metal sector. So Hindalco would be one of them. I'm still bullish on this for a target of 545. And the other stock that I would play safe would be one is ITC and the other one would be Godrej Consumer. So these are all fair value stocks right now, and I would look at these two stocks, ITC and Godrej Consumers.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, we will have the full display of Nari Shakti on market today fairly shortly. There's Sakshi and there's Vaishali, who's our lucky mascot. I never fail to forget this. And of course, we have Miss Swati Hotkar, who's the AVP for Technical Research at Nirmal Bang Securities. She'll be joining fairly shortly. So there is little or no requirement of me, but nevertheless, I shall also participate in this full display of Nari Shakti on market today. But let's get cracking. Vaishali, again, you had caught, if you remember, Tata Communications at the same chart structure as you are now pointing to ITC. A flat to negative move for months together, and you have an uptick on a day where the Nifty has hit a record high and money is moving towards defensives. So what does the ITC stock tell you in the medium term?
So medium term, I would say seeing today's candle, I mean, this is one of the trades, but I would say still continue because we are going to see choppiness. But I think the way the stock has started moving, it's giving a confirmation of ITC bottoming out at around 425, 430 levels. And after a long consolidation, today we are seeing one good bullish candle with good volume, and indicators are also favoring. So I would say I would look at a target of 500 from here on.
Yes, let me just add a little bit on this side. Remember, today is the first day of the December expiry, and after a high of 499, which was stuck on 25th of July, the stock has now gone sideways till about 436. Today is the first move, and as positionally Vaishali says, 500 is in the picture. I'd just like to mark the, let me just see which call I'm talking about. Just a moment, please. So this will be, let's go with the 450 call. 450 call of ITC at the December 28th expiry is trading at 8 rupees 20 paisa. Now remember, this has also doubled since morning. It was 4 rupees 820. We will keep this on record, and let's see how it travels over the next 1 week or so. This is something to look at. The Nifty now slipping. It's at R2 of 20,245. Remember, if the support is breached, then you have 20,190 in front of you. Let's see what the market has at the moment in store for us. Remember, the day's high was 20,290. From then on, we've just moved 50 points lower, and lots of small caps slipping on the red. Our rights is day's low 469.50. GIC Ray, the erstwhile momentum king, is down to 305.50. So sensible money is booking that profit. Let's see what holds as far as today's market is concerned. The entire FMCG pack, Sakshi, is in the green. Asian Paints 1.8% higher, Britannia 2% higher, Lever 1% higher, Titan Flat. This is, I'm talking about Nifty, and as Vaishali mentioned, that Godrej is something that she likes very well. Godrej Consumer Products is 1.1% higher. Colgate Palmolive record high, 3.1%. So the money clearly, Sakshi, I'm saying repeatedly, is moving in the defensive space, primarily FMCG to begin with. To you, Sakshi.
Absolutely. Let's discuss a few stocks that are in the buzzing zone. Vaishali, with you. First up, I'd like to draw your attention to the stocks from the Nifty 500 basket. Dixon Technologies, 8.2% higher in trade. Clean Science and Technologies, one of the recently listed ones, 6% higher. How would you look at these two stocks?
I would say actually Dixon has given us a very good run, and of course for a short-term trading I would not definitely recommend. But well, on a weekly chart, if I'm looking at it, it's doing very well, and I think it's ready for a breakout. So I would look at a target of 62, 6300 for now, and if we sustain above that, it would be taking another high. And I'm looking at the RSI also. It doesn't show any exhaustion right now. It's quite likely for a further on new round of momentum to come in.
Okay, and what about Clean Science and Tech? I know that there are no long-term charts available, but still, you have about a year's chart.
Yes, sure. So I would say that for the first time, it's got out of consolidation, and today it's a very big candle formation and with high volume, above average volume. But we need a follow-up buying, technically very well placed. I would say with a support of 1340, this stock is very likely to go towards 1600 levels. But for that, we need today's high to be crossed.
Fair enough. Right. Okay.
Let's look at other price action in the market. Sakshi, yours?
Okay, sir. Sir, just wanted to also focus on, from the Nifty basket itself on L&T again. And we are seeing that the stock is at a 52-week high, 3184 currently. Vaishali, your own target price for this one?
I would look at 32 to 3300 levels from here. 32, we are nearly there. So 3300 is very likely from here.
Okay. Sakshi, the reason behind L&T's surge is the magnificent GDP number that you've seen, 7.6%, and that sparked a rally on the entire capex platform in India. You see Siemens at days high, you see L&T doing phenomenally well. BHEL has already been rallying. That's because apart from agriculture, whether it's mining, whether it's electricity, whether it's construction, whether it's real estate, all parts of the GDP equation have shown a fantastic year-on-year growth compared with what it was in the same quarter last year. I'm talking about July, September. And that's the breakout on L&T in front of you. I never forget to mention that the only chart that I have dedicated to a single screen is L&T, and one of the cornerstones of the great Indian capex story that's unfolding over the next 4-5 years will be L&T. This is not only a stock that you should trade, but this is again a fabulous cornerstone of your long-term portfolio. Let's look at what else is exciting. Sakshi, you'll remember Exide, we discussed it in the morning, 290 rupees. It's now at 300 and it's headed for a record high. Let's get a view from Vaishali, because the earlier recommendation was a fundamental view. Vaishali, what are the technical charts of Exide telling you?
Well, so Exide is looking very good on the chart, and well, this too has given us a breakout even on the weekly chart. So I think this stock is ready, just like how we saw good run up coming in Amara Raja. Exide also on a weekly, monthly, long-term chart looks very promising. I think this can do around 320 in near term.
Okay. That's the view coming in on X side. Remember, the previous high is 304, 308, and it was Mayuresh Joshi who picked this stock for us on a fundamental basis for a long-term addition to the portfolio. What else is sticking? Vaishali, there was a blowout on the defense space today, mainly because of the 228 crore order that the government of India has placed for 97 Tejas, 150 attack helicopters. What is HAL charts telling you? And apart from HAL, are there any defense favorites that you have for the longer term?
Oh, yes, definitely. So HAL, of course, it was always a no-brainer. Everyone's eyes was focused on this, and it has given a good run up. So right now, I won't think for a fresh entry would I consider this stock. But those who are holding should definitely continue holding and keep buying at every dip. So HAL is totally overbought according to me. So I would not recommend right now. But besides this, do look at Cochin Shipyard, Musgao Docks, even data patterns. I mean, data patterns, if you just look at the chart, right from 2400 levels, it's right now at 2055 and making a double bottom around at 1800 levels. So keeping that support in mind, I think this stock is getting into a trend to probably revisit the previous highs and perhaps even higher. So data patterns is one of the stocks, Cochin Shipyard, Muscat, these are all my stocks on radar. And along with this, do look at even Zen Technology and DCX. So Zentech also, well, there is still some steam left. I mean, if market continues to support and there is not much of a corrective move, I would say 720, 730 is a good support in Zentech. And we would look at a target of 850 to 900. Likewise, even DCX systems, that also is showing a lot of upside potential. So I would be positive on this as well.
Okay. Vaishali, how are you looking at the entire energy basket? We do know that the Nifty energy is at record high levels, and you know there is stocks like Coal India, NTPC, they look unstoppable with the kind of move that they are displaying. Power Grid, all of them are up in trade today. The Nifty energy is up by 1%. Which is the most promising energy stock that you believe is there in front of you on the charts and you'd like to take a pick here?
So frankly speaking, I do like Coal India even now. But well, my target is very small now. I would just look at a target of 360 to 370. As far as the other stocks are concerned, I would really feel it's prudent to book partial profit. But there is one stock which is Tata Power, which has also attempted to give a breakout. And seeing Tata Power, it has not given us that much of a return as compared to the other stocks. So I would say, yes, it's a buy even now with a support of 260 for a target of 300. So accumulate this stock at every decline with a support of 260.
Fair enough. Tata Power is one of the top picks, and apart from that, Coal India looks positive. How about the power financing names that are again topping the F&O charts today, PFC and REC? What are the next targets that you can recommend here? Both of them are up almost 9-10% on an intraday basis, and of course, the year-to-date levels are pretty substantial. 150-200% kind of returns is what already investors are sitting on. Is it still an entry point for those investors who are feeling a FOMO in these two stocks?
So, well, aggressive traders would consider REC with a stop loss of 335, which according to me is not a reasonable trade because it's already at 372. So, I don't see a favorable risk reward ratio. I would still say book partial profit.
Okay, let's look at the same space that I was talking about. And Sakshi, it's the big daddy of them all, Nestle India. That's moving up now, although it's at days high, and we've had a really sideways zone in this one from 20th of October, so that makes it at least a month and then 2 weeks more. This is something that people need to look at, as also there is a fairly decent move coming in. Container Corporation of India 790, I believe this would be a record high. Just a moment, let me just reconfirm that. No, it's not a record high. The highest that we've seen is 828, and that was stuck in November of 2022. So a 1 year high on this one, actually a 2 year high on this one. This is also looking fairly smart. I am only and purposely doing only price checks for a reason that we are headed into a weekend which is very, very news heavy, and it has phenomenal implications on where the market is likely to open on Monday. We are on a record high, and we are into moving the political landscape, which can either change the fortunes of the market for the better from these levels, or create a short-term momentum towards the short side. So it's best to mark stocks. Just enjoy this fantastic Friday afternoon with us, and also look at a company called Bharat Dynamics. This is a breakout stock that has happened, highest level since August of 2023, and again the same defense theme. Out of the difference of I think 2,23,000 and 1,80,000, I think. Please add a crore over behind that. The rest of the money is going to used for buying missiles by the government of India for our armed forces, and BDL is one of the biggest beneficiaries. To you, Vaishali, what are the dynamics chart of BDL telling you?
Well, it still has upside potential, and I think this stock is headed to go towards 1300, 1320, because even the weekly chart, RSI shows good upside potential. It's not showing any exhaustion, and right now, while we are talking, it is in good momentum. So I would say it's a positive view for 1300 target to start with.
Right. Okay, let's look
okay,
at...
Sakshi, let me take that on
ITC.
ITC.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to come to that. 449 currently. Shell, this rally was, something that took everyone by surprise. All of those memes of 3-4 years, they shut when ITC really became the stock of the year. And, once again, we are seeing ITC perform well.
Yes, and Sakshi, the reason why I point out is there's a sharp block deal that's happened at 5.7 crores worth 1,26,000 shares in a single transaction. Then another one for 80 lakhs, another one for 1 crore 4 lakhs, and now another one for 65 lakhs. And in this zone, the stock has moved from 449.20 to almost now, 450. So a lot of buying happening there, and Vaishali is very hopeful that you'll see 500 on this one, and I'm very hopeful the 8 rupee 20 paisa price that we marked on ITC's 450 call will be substantially higher. It's already 945. So let's see what happens on the market from now and another half an hour. Swati Hotkar will be joining us fairly shortly. And before she joins, let's throw another googly at Vaishali, which is Jindal Steel and Power. Beautiful chart, Vaishali. Over to you.
So yes, like I said, I'm quite bullish on the whole metal pack. So Jindal Steel and Power, it has just got into a good positive move. I would say have patience, keep buying at every decline, because 660 is the support level, and it's already surged from a low one way right from 580. I mean, the bottom was made at that, and it's already 100 rupees up. So I would say accumulate this stock for a target of 720 to 730.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, on that note, thank you so much, Vaishali, for being with us on the show and discussing all of these stock ideas. Always a pleasure having you with us on Business Today TV. What we'll do, viewers, is we'll take a very, very short break. When we return, we will continue the conversation and share with you a lot of stock ideas with our other guest, Swati Hotkar, joining us in a bit.
Darwin Platform Group of Companies is one of the fastest growing diversified Indian conglomerates with global footprints. It is setting up offices globally and tying up with companies across the globe for multiple sectors. The company has ventured into real estate and construction, stockbroking and finance, arms and ammunition, mining, airlines and many other sectors.
In today's rapidly evolving business environment, when risk is omnipresent, managing risks is no longer just about ticking a few boxes, Businesses need to maintain a panoramic view of risks to stay ahead of the curve. Join us to explore how organizations can rethink risk to unlock new possibilities and become fit for future. At PwC presents De-risking the Future in collaboration with Business Today.
Welcome back. You're watching Business Today Television. This is Market Today. I am Sakshi and with me Shel Bhatnagar, and also now joining us on the show is our special guest Swati Hotkar now joins in. She is the AVP Technical Research at Nirmal Bang. Welcome Swati. Good to have you with us. Tell us, what are you looking at as far as the record high levels of Nifty are concerned? Would you still continue with a long side on the Nifty?
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Definitely, the overall view will remain a positive on the Nifty side because the way the Nifty has consolidated and given a breakout, and as of now, it's reaching a level of 20,400 is the initial my first target I'm looking for, because what is the rationale behind that is technically it's well placed above all the important moving averages, and if you look towards on a weekly chart and retracement, the Nifty has already surpassed 78% of the previous rally retracement, and I believe it has a potential to reach up to initial target will be 20,400, and about that 20,600 levels can be seen. Whereas the support as of now has been shifted towards to 19,800 level, that is acting as a very crucial strong support level. So as long as Nifty stays above 19,800 levels, definitely I'm looking for a bullish view for immediate target of 20,400 levels on the high side.
Okay.
Okay. Let's welcome Swati. Ms. Hotkar, what a pleasure to host you on Market Today at Business Today Television. A wonderful day to welcome all guests. We've had a record high in the market, and there is all-round cheer on the face of analysts, traders, investors, all sorts of people who have been a part of this fantastic rally. Within the large cap space, Swati, what are the one or two stocks that you would prefer positionally to go long despite the record highs that we are seeing in the market?
See, I'm looking on a positive side. L&T really looks very good from the capital sector. This particular stock is really doing very well. If you look towards the last 1-2 years data, the stock has not given any breakdown below the 100-day moving average. Every time it has just tested that average, and again it has moving ahead towards the all-time high. So I believe this particular counter is sure be one should have in their portfolio, and I'm looking for a target of 3,400 to 3,500 levels on this particular counter. And second one is the Tata Motors. Tata Motor also really looks good. It's very positive on the technical front. No wonder as of now it is just trading in a very slow way, and it is just consolidating within the range of 650 to 700. Once it manages to give a breakout of 700, 710 high side on the closing basis, definitely we are going to witness some steep rally towards 750 to 800 levels. So those are the two counters I'm looking forward for in the portfolio.
Okay. Swati, let's look at some of the stocks that are buzzing in trade. The PSU banking space is again in action. This is one space which has been a clear outperformer in the previous somewhat, and we're again seeing fresh moves coming in on stocks like Punjab National Bank, that's now up 4%, Bank of India, that's up 3.5%, Bank of Baroda, Canara Bank, Indian Bank, all upwards of 1.5 to 5% odd. How would you really look at these PSU banking stocks now? Any chart that looks promising for another leg of the rally up?
Yes, definitely. Two stocks really looks promising on the technical front. One is the PNB and second one is the Federal Bank. Now, why I'm saying the PNB? Because this particular counter, we are seeing that it's just forming a rounding bottom formations, and it's on the verge of giving the breakout of its high, which comes to at around 83 level, which is a previous 52-week high. Now that this particular counter, which showing a very good strength, and RSI showing also the positive crossovers, and it's just holding its strength on the closing basis. So upsides, once it manages to give a breakout of 83 rupees and preempting the breakout levels, because the current level is the very good risk reward ratio. And upside 1995 levels can be seen very soon in this particular stock. So this is the one of the counter I'm looking on a positive side. Second bank is the Federal Bank. This particular stock as of now just forming the flag pattern on the weekly formations. So once it manages to give a breakout of 150 to 153 levels, more upsides can be seen up to at least 170 on the higher side. So this particular counter is also looking promising on the technical front. Downside, it has a very good support at 135 level. So as long as it holds that support level, definitely one should go for a long for immediate target of 170 to 180 levels on high side.
Fair enough. The other sector that's buzzing is the real estate space, and we are looking at a lot of mid cap and large cap stocks also buzzing. Sobha Limited, for example, is up by 5% odd. Macro Tech Developers 4% higher. Prestige Estates 3.5% up. Brigade Enterprises also up by almost 3 odd percent. How are you looking at this fresh momentum in the real estate space? Any stock that you'd like to ask investors to continue to chase the momentum?
Yes, among these four counters, Shobha and the Prestige are really doing very well on the technical front. If you look towards the weekly chart of the Shobha also, this particular counter has almost given a 10 to 12% within the span of a 5 trading session. And the momentum is really doing very well along with the price and the volume momentums are going hand in hand. Whenever such kind of a pattern we are witnessing into the particular stock, this stock is likely to continue its rally towards to 1200 levels on the higher side. So one should hold the long position at the current market price as well. Whereas the downside, the support is trading at a 940 level. So as long as it holds those support levels, one should carry the long position. And Shobha, it's really also doing very well on the technical front. Currently, the stock is trading at 950 odd levels. I believe this particular stock is on the verge of giving the breakout of 1000 levels, and it's very soon it's going to enter into the 4 digit, which might take a stock towards to 1100 to 1200 levels. So this is the one counter one should keep an eye on it. Downside, it has a very good support of 800, but I will suggest if you are getting any dips towards 500 to 850, one can accumulate the Shobha.
Okay, let's look at again stocks that we've tracked and are doing phenomenally well. There's a further uptick in Bharat Dynamics. Now it's trading at 1225.45. Fresh money coming into this counter, and the volume is fairly substantial. Another block deal of 1 crore 67 lakh rupees on Bharat Dynamics, and before that you had a block deal of 1 crore 44 lakh shares, 1 crore 44 lakh rupees, fairly decent quantities. This is a low float, low volume counter, so whenever such deals come in, they move the price fairly substantially. The other counter, Sakshi, that's moving in the FMCG space is again very high ticket. What can be done but Page Industries, 37,899 in front of you. The counter is corrected from 43,000 to this level. I am again just marking the price in front of you. No point taking in a technical call because we are at the fag end of the market, and of course there has been a sharp run up. What's really worth checking is Colgate, and Swati will give a view on this one. It's a breakout, and the breakout is at a record level, so this momentum will go much further. 2282. Swati, just a chart check. What are the Colgate charts telling you? A rare stock that is at a record high in the FMCG space.
Yes, this is one of my favorite counter, Colgate. It's really doing very well on the technical front. If you look towards the monthly chart, in the past, it has given the formation of a flat pattern and given a breakout of 2000 level. And from there onwards, we are witnessing a very huge rally, or say a steep rally on the higher side. I believe this particular counter has a potential to reach up to 2400 levels on the higher side. Because as of now, the stock has not entered into the overbought zone above that levels. So yes, the strength is likely to be continued in the near term for immediate target of 400. So those who are having any long position, they can definitely hold on. Whereas the downside, they can keep a stop loss of 2100 levels for target of 2400 levels on the high side.
Okay. Swati, I wanted to ask you, from the mid-cap basket, are you looking at any particular stock? You know, the mid-cap and the small-cap indices have both outperformed the markets in the previous summer, and even in the month of November, what we've seen is a double-digit kind of a return from the mid-cap space. So clearly, there is enough and more interest that investors have within this space. Any two stocks that you can name from the mid and the small-cap space?
Yes, Godrej consumer product really looks good on the technical front. If you look towards the weekly chart or say the monthly chart just giving a formation of the cup and handle formation. It is on the formation of a handle of that particular cup. So as of now, this particular stock is just moving slowly and steadily, but the technical parameters are really doing very well placed about all the important moving averages. So I believe that Godrej consumer product will do soon in the coming few trading sessions. Upside, we are looking for a target of 1100 to 1150 levels. Even we have initiated buy call for our clients as well. And the downside, it has a very good support at around 980. So as long as it sustains above that level, one should definitely hold on the Godrej consumer product for immediate target of 1150 on my side.
Okay, Godrej Consumer right there as a pick. I'd draw your attention to MOIL, Manganese Ore, also the PSU metal counter that's right now trading at record high levels. You can see 317.75, a 7.3% surge on an intraday basis, but a remarkable rally over the last 1 month. The stock has moved up 37% in trade. Last 6 months, if we track, investors who had invested in this stock 6 months back have seen their wealth double as well. One of the rare moving sectors which has definitely seen some outperformers this year, MOIL. How would you look at this fresh move?
Yes, this particular counter is also doing good on the technical front. As of now, it has given a breakout of the new 52 week high we are witnessing. I believe that it has a strength to carry this momentum towards the 350 to 400 level. So at the current market price also, it's look very attractive to buy at the CMP. Downside, it has a very good support at around 290 odd level. So as long as it sustains above that level, I believe this price momentum is likely to be carried forward to 350 to 380 levels on the high side.
Okay. Right. Okay. Let's look at a few counters.
Let's again look at Bharat Dynamics, Sakshi.
Yeah, sure.
Sakshi, you take it forward. How does it matter? Look at BDL, yours.
Actually, Bharat Dynamics, we've been focusing on this stock, and great pick right there, and great spotting, Shell over there. Would you tell us, Swati, if somebody has to hold this stock from a medium to a long-term perspective, what could be the target that one can expect on Bharat Dynamics? Currently, the stock is hovering at 1227 days high level, 5.5% higher in trade, and the year-to-date gains are somewhere around 30 odd %. And if somebody is tracking this move for a medium to long-term perspective,
see, after 5 6 months, we have witnessed a very good volume in this particular counter. Today is the highest volume in the last 4 to 5 months, along with the price momentum. So it is a very good thing we are witnessing in this particular stock. I believe that the momentum is likely to be continued towards to at least 1300 to 1350 levels on the high side. So one should there hold their long position for immediate target of 1350. If you are asking me about the profit stop losses, yes, 1150 will act as a very crucial support level which is provided by the previous swings low. So as long as it sustains above 1150, one should hold their long positions.
Right. Let's pay more attention to where exactly the money is now seeping into. ITC futures actually are now at 454.30. This is of course their days high. I'm talking about the future within the F&O space. Fairly strong momentum coming in and that space. And what else is moving? Sakshi, I think markets have now paused. We are already at 313, and it's just people are taking a deep breath and one enjoying the rally, and of course making plans for Friday evening, and busy counting the money that they've made watching Business Today and Market Today. Let's it's a rare day to have Swati with us. We'll show her another chart, and Sakshi, this is a good one. This one will prove a good stock over the next 1 week, and it's SEAT. Again, absolutely flat for at least 2 months, doing nothing. And today is the first day of the move, 2176. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very sorry that prices are now in 4 digits. What can be done? We are in the middle of a roaring bull market. Swati, to you, what are the CAT charts telling you? 2176, a breakout in volume for at least a month. This kind of numbers, which is 13,20,000 shares, 4 times the daily average, hasn't been seen since October. CAT for you.
Yes, Shelji, you have rightly pointed out that from the last few months, the stock was not really performing. It was just trading in the downward sloping channel, and it's on the verge of giving the breakout of that channel. Now, the breakout comes to at nearby 2250 levels. Today's pullback rally is definitely we are witnessing, but as of now, it has not showing any kind of a trend reversal. Let the stock give the breakout of 2240, 2230 levels on the high side, then we can say that this particular counter has just come out from the negative zone and it will enter into the new upside rally. This pullback rally can be witnessed for a short-lived, but definitely long positions can be initiated once the stock manages to give a breakout on the higher side. Then we can see a swift rally towards to 2500 levels. At the current level, definitely the stock is forming down support formations on the downside, and it has a very cluster support levels nearby 2100 levels. So as long as it's hold that level, one should definitely hold their long positions. For immediate target will be a 2250, and above that level 2500s can be seen very easily.
Great. Swati, I wanted to draw your attention to all the liquor stocks as well. Since Shell said it's Friday, people are celebrating. I'm sure the liquor stocks are also celebrating. Radico Khaitan up 4.5% to 5% in trade today. We are also looking at a UBL and USL all up in trade. Sula Vineyards, Tilak Nagar Industries, all of them are looking positive at this point in time. Your own sense, would you be a buyer in the liquor space stocks? Any of them looks promising on the charts?
See, whatever the name you have mentioned now, definitely Radico and UBL really doing very well on the technical front. Radico, we already witnessed a very sharp rally from the last few trading sessions, and as of now, the risk reward issue is not favorable to take a long positions at the CMP. But those who are holding the long position, they can definitely hold on. I believe that it has a strength up to 1650 levels can be witnessed very soon. So one can hold a long position by keeping a trailing stop loss of 15-20 on the downside. And another counter looks promising at the current market price also to take a buy call, that is the UBL. This particular stock is really doing very well on the technical front. If you look towards the monthly chart, line chart, it's just showing a rounding bottom formations, and it's on the verge of giving the breakout of the previous swing high, which comes to around 1700 level. So current risk reward ratio is really favorable in this particular stock. So one can go for a long position. Immediate target will be 1750, and above that level 1850 levels can be seen. Whereas on the downside, the support is less at 1600. So those who are looking for a long position or holding or manages to hold the long positions, as long as the stock holds 1600 levels, one should keep their buy call at the CMP as well for immediate target of 1750 to 1850 levels on the high side.
Fair enough. Swati, just stay with us. We will take a very short break. When we return, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take the BTST STBT trades from Swati. So stay with us.
Darwin Platform Group of Companies is one of the fastest growing diversified Indian conglomerates with global footprints. It is setting up offices globally and tying up with companies across the globe for multiple sectors. The company has ventured into real estate and construction, stockbroking and finance, arms and ammunition, mining, airlines, and many other sectors.
In today's rapidly evolving business environment, when risk is omnipresent, managing risks is no longer just about ticking a few boxes. Businesses need to maintain a panoramic view of risks to stay ahead of the curve. Join us to explore how organizations can rethink risk to unlock new possibilities and become fit for future. At PwC presents De-Risking the Future in collaboration with Business Today.
Welcome back. You're watching Market Today on Business Today Television with me and Shell, and with us is also Swati Hotkar. Swati, now tell us your top two BTST STBT trades.
Yes, I would like to give it two BTST calls, and both are on the buy side. BTST, as I said, one will be on Hindustan Unilever. This particular counter will act as a defensive pack. Also, even if we look towards the profit booking session in the next week. As of now, the stock is trading about 2560 all levels. After a few months of 3 to 4 months trading session, it manages to maintain a trading above the 200-day moving average, which is a very positive sign on the technical front. Also, interesting fact that it has given a consolidation breakout with the good, decent volume. So I believe that it has a potential to reach up to at least 2650 to 2700 levels on the high side. So one can go for a long position at the current market price. Stop loss can be kept at 2500 levels on the downside for immediate target of 2650 and 2700 levels. Second buy call is on Cubans India. This particular counter is trading at 19, 20, 23 all levels. Why I'm generating this particular buy call? Because it's well placed above all the important moving averages, trading in the formations of the high tops, high bottoms. So I believe that it has a good strength to reach up to 2000 all levels. So at the current market price, one can take a long position. Stop loss can be kept at 1894, immediate target of 2000.
Okay, so lever again focuses on the FMCG pack, and of course Cubans India, one of the marquee counters from the infrastructure space that are shining very brightly across the spectrum, mainly on because of the kind of GDP number that you've seen at 1924. Cubans is again retracing its trajectory, which was this price was earlier seen in early August, and the all-time high for this counter is 1974. So probably that is something that is in the vicinity. It's actually 320, and as good a time as any to take a stock of how markets are moving. Just 10 minutes left for the day's close. So a fantastic day for bulls. The beginning of December on a very strong footing after what has been a spectacular November. So the Nifty is up 136 points or 0.7%. This is a fresh closing high, 20,270 in front of you. An intraday high that was stuck in early morning trade has been bettered during the day, and the index is now closing fairly close to its intraday high as well, which was 20,290. So most likely a strong pent-up demand that has seen will continue on Monday, provided the market feels that the election results have been in consonance with the long-term growth story of the country. This is the fourth consecutive day of gains on the Nifty. So for traders who are cautious, this was an opportunity to book profit, some of which have been visible in very high beta counters like NIACL, GIC Ray, as also LIC of India. So those profit bookings are happening, and a lot of activity on the buy side is happening in the FMCG space. We've discussed Colgate Palmolive, Hindustan Unilever, ITC, strong traction coming into defensive plays, money moving in from profit-oriented trades to now defensive counters. A lot of money moving into auto stocks. Strong traction seen in Maruti post the numbers. Escorts, two-wheeler stocks like Aisha, Hero Motors, Bajaj Auto also in the thick of trade. Sakshi.
Absolutely. Swati, let me quickly take your view. How do you expect the markets to trade next week? What's your view for the next week and the strategies that you'd recommend?
See, as I said, my view is definitely positive on the Nifty. I have discussed the rationale behind it. Now that it has an immediate resistance, currently the stock does. Nifty is already trading in the pattern resistance level only, which comes to around 20,200. But looking towards today's closing, I believe that it's going to reach up to 20,400 to 600 levels. So my view is definitely positive. I'm looking for a target of 20,600 levels on the high side. But in next week we might see some sort of a profit booking because we have seen a very steep rally within the span of a 3 to 4 trading session. So at the higher levels, profit booking cannot be denied, but definitely it's a buy on dips markets. If you're getting any dips towards to 20,000 levels, one should take a buy call, and it's a buy on dips market and maintain the strict stop loss of 19,800 and looking for a target of 20,600.
And on the Nifty Bank?
Yes, on the bank nifty, we are witnessing a very strong positive momentum in this particular banking sector because it's well placed above all the important moving averages, 50 and 100 DMA. 45,000 to we are getting a closing, which is a very positive indication. But on the high side, 45,400 is acting as a clustered previous resistance zones. Once it manages to give the breakout of 45,400, then we can witness a very soft rally towards to 4,700 levels also. So it will be also a buy on dip market should be as should we approach it as a buy on dip market. We are getting any dips towards to 44,500 levels. One should take a buy call. Downside, it has a very crucial support at 44,200. So view will remain a positive as long as it holds 44,200 levels. I'm looking for a target of 45,500 and 4,700 levels on the high side.
Okay, let's look at the broader markets on how they've performed today. And as good a time as any to look at the advanced decline ratio, Sakshi. A blowout day as far as bulls are concerned. They practically ruled the sentiment on Dalal Street. As of now, 1128 stocks on the National Stock Exchange are closing in the green versus 900 that are in the red. We've seen a very, very sharp rally. We track 19 indices and only one of them is in the red, and that's the Nifty Auto Index, down about 0.5% at 17,482. Absolutely no worries there. This is a bit of a profit booking happening from record high levels. Remember, the first of every month is when all auto companies declare their volume performance for sales made in the past 30 days. Apart from that, the top gaining index is the Nifty PSU Banking Index, up 1.8% at 5132. Remember, you are tracking two options from there, the 400 call on Canara Bank as also the 200 call on Bank of Baroda. Apart from that, in the FMCG space, the index is up 1.5%, 53,820, heading towards a fresh record high. And in this space, we are tracking ITC, we are tracking Colgate-Palmolive, Hindustan Unilever and Godrej Consumer Products. All these four stocks are likely to show positive traction on Monday. How about other indices? It's the Realty Index, fresh record high on Nifty Mid Cap, fresh record high on the Small Cap Index as well, up 0.5%, 14,231. 3 minutes to close, and fairly strong moves coming in on cement space in the mid cap sector. Birla Corporation, this is an erstwhile Birla Group company from the cement space, at the moment at about 1430. And let me just check out what kind of a positioning this is. Okay, this is a record high, ladies and gentlemen, and that's because of the mid cap transaction that has happened between group companies Ultratech and Kesoram Industries, where the sector leader Ultratech will absorb the cement operations of Kesoram Industries in the ratio of 1:52. For 52 shares held of Kesoram, you will get 1 share of Ultratech. That's sort of sparked a rally on the mid-cap space in the cement sector. Sakshi, what are you watching?
Let's look at all the recently listed stocks. Shell, Tata Technologies is closing today's day with a 7% cut, 1,218 rupees, albeit much higher than the issue price of 500 rupees. But yesterday it had surged all the way up, 180% kind of a returns was seen. So on day one itself, and which is why you can see, fair enough, people looking at just short-term listing gains are perhaps pulling their money out. Let's also look at IREDA, right now down by 4% odd, but holding at 62.6. It closes the third day after listing. Flair Writing, that got listed today, is 48% higher from the issue price at 450.9 odd levels. Gandhar oil is 7% down in trades, 278.9 currently. Fed Bank Financial Services slightly up in trade, 1.6% higher at 142.5. These are the newly listed stocks, so continue to watch out for all of these stocks over the next week as well, as a lot of money that just got in only for the listing gains will get out, and then you will see long-term investors as to how do they place the stock going forward from here. But with that, we will wrap up this special edition on the markets. The Nifty clearly at 20,254, 121 points higher as well. All right, Shell, yes, please go ahead. You wanted to mark a stock.
Yes, Sakshi, I'd like to mark Medanta. This is, of course, a very, very well-known hospital chain that's very, very famous across the north part of India. We are seeing a fresh record high on 975 rupees on this one, Sakshi. The reason why I want to mark this one is that the market capitalization now stands at 25,900 crore rupees, and the promoter, Dr. Naresh Trehan, owns 33% stake. That makes him a billionaire. So a fresh entry into the India's super rich that will see the entry of a doctor, perhaps the first doctor to make $1 billion on the Indian markets, as also a phenomenal run in his own professional life. Sakshi, over to you.
All right, and you know, as far as the sectors are concerned, just like how Shell was saying, barring the auto and just slight flattish to negative bias on the IT space, rest of the sectors are all buzzing in trade. PSU banks, FMCG, realty, the clear top movers in trade. We also have Axis Bank, ITC, NTPC, L&T and Britannia as the top movers on the Nifty, and clearly you know, money moving into the defensive sectors, and we will see over the weekend as the news heavy flow starts from the political space and how that will really shape up the markets going forward. Will this record run continue for the Nifty going forward is the big question, and we will tell you all of it right ahead of when you want to know that. So stay with us on Business Today Television. Thanks a lot, Shell, for being with us on the show too.
Darwin Platform Group of Companies is one of the fastest growing diversified Indian conglomerates with global footprints. It is setting up offices globally and tying up with companies across the globe from multiple sectors. The company has ventured into real estate and construction, stockbroking and finance, arms and ammunition, mining, airlines and many other sectors.